Morning, little one. Well, good morning, team. How's life treating you? I am going to put you down. I have been asked by the lovely team at OFB to give you guys a little bit of an insight as to what I get up to as an online coach. My mornings are like super boring. I usually get up quite late in the day because I'm a bit of a night owl. I like to work at night. So I don't usually get off bed till like 10, 11 o'clock. But today I've got a very, very busy day. So I was up, I was ready by 9, had my black coffee, chilled with my puppy for a bit. I'll scroll through my WhatsApp messages, I'll look through my emails. I'll just kind of get all of the little admin bits done in the morning. And then obviously as I get more throughout the day, I can then answer them again at night. So I'm actually off to the office right now. I've got loads to do today. I've got some filming to do. I've got a client call. I've got a bit of a business meeting with the boys. If you don't know, I work with a team called Biceps and Banter, Dan and Mike. They're amazing. And we're basically just going to have a little chit chat to just kind of catch up on what's been going on throughout the week. I thought today I'd take you along the journey of my Rant Wednesdays and just kind of show you my setup, what sort of things I do when it comes to filming content. And yeah, so I basically thought I'd just let you hover over my shoulder whilst I crack on with my day. Let's go.
Few days with residents and staff being on threatened to Dominic Raab, who's deputising for Boris Johnson.
Okay, so I've made it to the office a little bit later than planned because I ended up having a bit of an impromptu call with a client. However, I am about to go in. I'm going to set all my equipment up, go and grab a coffee, and then I've got my call with Dan and Mike. So I'll let you sit in on it. What a wonderful day. Look at that. Blue skies, barely any clouds. Lovely.
What's going on? Why were you doing this anyway? It's just nice to see you two.
Yeah, I love seeing your faces. And I'm filming a YouTube video tomorrow, a little baking video.
Yeah.
I'm really skinny now. You just don't know because the camera adds £10.
How many cameras are on you then?
2 actually.
Yeah, actually two, yeah.
There is actually 2. Have the most wonderful day, team. Bye. Call done. I finished up with the call with Dan and Mike. Took a little bit longer than expected. So I'm going to get started on my ebook. I've only got about half an hour, but I'm just going to kind of crack down on a couple of the tips in it. I'm actually a student at OFB, and on the course, in one of the modules, there's a video on how to create the perfect lead magnet. I used this to create my original ebook a couple of years ago, but it's gotten to a point where I just want to kind of revamp it. I want to make it a little bit more kind of honed in on the niche that I've got currently. The clients that I like to work with are generally just kind of young females aged kind of 20 to 30 who want to lose weight and feel phenomenal inside and out. Usually they've been to like slimming clubs, they've been doing celebrity booty guides, they've been like Instagram influencer influenced, if that makes sense. And I'm basically just going to go through a couple of the points that I feel my general client base fall for every day on Instagram. So I'm actually going to go back through that module of the course just to kind of refresh the memory so that I can create the best ebook. So I'm going to watch that video, make a couple of notes, and then crack on.
24/7, 7 days a week forever. Competitions work best as a kind of an event-based marketing thing. So start here, enter before this date, and then after.
So the way that I actually run online coaching, I only do one-to-one at the moment. I used to have group challenges and I used to do kind of little mini bursts throughout the year. So for example, I used to do like a kickstart challenge in January, which would be like a 4-week challenge. Then in summer, I would do a 12-week summer transformation challenge. And then towards Christmas, I would do like a little black dress Christmas party challenge as well. And that's not to say that I won't do something like that again in the future, but for right now, the best way that I can help people is to just stick to that one-to-one side of things. So right now I'm going to go through the onboarding process with you of how I kind of get a client from the initial consultation call to that one-to-one coaching monthly with me. But first, coffee. How genius is that though? It's like a kettle that's just like permanently boiled. So obviously the first thing that we do is set up a phone call. I actually have a booking form on my website. I rarely use it with people. Usually they'll just drop me an Instagram message. We'll jump on the phone and there's a big sales script on the course kind of teaching you how to run through a consultation call. So then off the back of that, I will then send them a link to sign up to payments. I don't like doing payments over the phone just because like I don't like it personally if I have to go and grab my card details on the phone. As long as you send them a link immediately, they'll send you their details straight back. I do all of my payments through Go Cardless. It's so easy. I found it a lot cheaper than some of the other methods that I've tried in the past. They only take a really small percentage, and it means that you can see if people are cancelling payments, if people are changing their payment date, if their payments have bounced, you can see all of that going through, so you know exactly where you stand with each client. And my clients find that it's not complicated on their end either, which is key. So once they filled in the payment details, I can then go in and get their starting folders set up. So we're actually going to set a client up right now, so I'm going to show you how it's done. So I do all of my bits through Google Drive. I find it super easy, the layout's nicer. I've used Dropbox in the past, but I find that this layout is so much easier, so much fresher. I like it personally. My clients seem to like it, and that's all that matters. Then I go in and just create all of the folders that I want to create for the client. So I give everyone a client plan when they first start, and it's basically just got all of the bits of information that you could possibly need to know when it comes to coaching with me. So you've got the expectations, things like their nutrition and training targets. You've got little personal nutrition goals, so things that I have picked up on through the assessment week. So their assessment week consists of a food diary, a training log, and all of obviously their starting measurements and that sort of stuff. Obviously, being an online coach, you do spend a lot of the time on the laptop, so it doesn't quite look the most aesthetic on video. However, I thought that I'd kind of walk you through my Rant Wednesday process, which sounds crazy if you've never heard of it, but Rant Wednesday is basically a video that I do each week on Instagram where I basically choose a topic and rant about it for a bit. Now, the camera that I usually use is this camera here, and this is a Canon G7X Mark II. I have a really crappy tripod that I got from Amazon that I need to upgrade really, so if you've got any recommendations for me of good tripods that are like super tall, pop them in the comments below for me. And then I've got this ring light, which, let me show you, is actually incredible. It blows my mind with the cat fishery levels that I have to advance to on Instagram. That is literally all I use, is just the ring light and then the camera. A lot of people ask me how I get the quality in my videos. This is it, hun. Just a good camera and catfish lighting. Guess what? We're spending more time than ever on social media, so there's no wonder that you're feeling a little bit more inadequate than you usually would. Think about what makes you feel confident. Is it getting your hair done? Is it doing your nails? Is it having a fresh face? Whatever it is, do more of that and less of the things that make you feel like crap about yourself. Delete it, move on, unfollow. You don't need it in your life. Happy Wednesday, team. Drop me a comment below. What sort of videos do you want to see next? Boom. Don't know if you noticed, but I like to do a little dance before I do my Rant Wednesdays just to hype me up a little bit. Sometimes I notice that if I haven't had like a monster or something, I'm just a little bit flat. So I like to just do something that's going to make me feel a little bit more giddy, a little bit more buzzy, just so that I come across like a little bit sassier, not sassier, but just like more out there on camera, if that makes sense. That's another point as well that I think is a really good tip for consultation calls, is walk around whilst you're doing it, or stand up, or like give yourself a little hype up beforehand, because it just makes you sound a lot more switched on. It makes you sound a lot more alert, and you sound a lot less flat in your calls. And I actually haven't been on Instagram stories today, so I think what I'm going to do is just find a little bit of a topic to talk about on stories. Why are you up there, hun? Got to get the cat fishery levels set up though, haven't I? Because got to keep up appearances, haven't you really? Good afternoon, Angel Muffins. How's life treating you? I'm currently filming a day in the life of an online coach for Sukh at OFB. If you have not heard of OFB and you're an online coach, what are you doing with your life, first of all? So we always have to get a thumbnail for my Rant Wednesdays, which is the funniest thing to watch. So I'm going to do a little time lapse for you just to show you. I spend ages trying to just get like a perfect photo that's literally just like, do you know what I mean? But I'm going to show you a time lapse of it because it's literally amazing. But then after that, all I've got to do is just edit it, upload it, and then I'm done. Usually I'll do like a little Instagram story just kind of being like, yo, Rant Wednesday's up, go check it out. And that's a wrap. Goodbye, my lover. Okay, this car is like an actual sauna. Let's just open that window and get some air in. So I'm going to take a little bit of a trip to Sainsbury's, go and collect some of the ingredients for tomorrow's video. I'm going to collect my desk, and then I'm going to go home and edit my Rant Wednesday. Okay, so I'm home. I've set up my little desk space. I built it all by myself. I find that having a workspace that's separate to like your personal spaces in your house is so important, because I'm literally so used to just filming around Wednesday on my bed and filming check-in updates and stuff like that from my sofa, and I just find it super unproductive and super unprofessional. So I'm super glad that I found this little like workstation to make me like the most productive little bunny ever. You also may have noticed, let me put you down, that I haven't actually shown you anything that I've eaten today, and the reason for that is because I'm a princess and my boyfriend cooks all my meals for me, which means I don't usually eat until about 5 p.m. because he doesn't usually eat until 5 p.m. So technically, I'm an intermittent faster. Why aren't I Instagram famous yet? Somebody give me a blue tick. And I'm also not the sort of girl to be like sipping BCAAs and protein shakes every 5 minutes and only eating chicken and broccoli, and I kind of like that. I want to show my clients and people on Instagram that you don't have to be like 100% on it in every single thing that you do to still see results. And that's my favorite thing about coaching, is challenging the idea that you have to be like going to the gym 7 times a week, eating super clean whole foods all the time, like being 6-pack booty central to feel phenomenal in yourself. Like Instagram has enough 10 out of 10s posting booty pics all the time. So I like to make a point of like breaking up people's feeds with like a little bit more of like a, yeah, I'm a 4 out of 10 and I'm fine with it. So I am going to do some client check-ins. I've got 2 to do today. So I've got my hum bun in and I'm ready to go. I like to do check-ins towards the end of the week because it helps people get out of that like Monday mindset. I find a lot of people like to start diets on a Monday, and a lot of coaches like to do check-ins on a Monday as well. But I find doing it towards the end of the week just helps people to feel a little bit more positive about things. Like usually you've had a really good week Monday to Friday, but the weekends are usually the things that people struggle with. So I like to be able to kind of walk people through that weekend when it's in close proximity so that it's fresh in their mind. I used to do phone call check-ins with my girls, but I found that people kept having to like swap their time slots for different ones, and it just got super complicated. So I ended up swapping to video style check-ins, which actually works so much better for me because it means that my clients can get them done in their own time, and then I can respond to them the next day. I can see their faces, they can see mine. So although we're not having like an active conversation over the phone, I find that it's actually a little bit more personal. So if you're currently doing phone call check-ins, I would strongly suggest you look into switching over to video. The lighting here is so much better than it is at the office. Why did I waste my time filming there when I'm like so much cuter here? Rude. So I'm going to edit my Route Wednesday. I actually filmed one yesterday, so I'm going to edit that one to put up today, and then the one that you saw today I'm going to edit next week, and then I'm just going to finish up those check-ins and then we're done. So that is everything done for the day. I'm going to go upstairs, grab a gin, upload my Route Wednesday, and then probably sit and cry until somebody comments on it saying a nice thing, and then I'll feel that validation and feel better about myself. If you have any questions whatsoever about anything that I've spoken about in this video, or you just want to have a little stalk of my page, then I'll leave all of my details below. And if you're a personal trainer or an online coach, right now is the best time to invest in a course that's going to take your business to the next level. So if you want to build a successful online coaching business, I'll leave the link to the OFB course below. Thank you so much for keeping me company today, team. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'm sure I'll see you around soon.